Let's talk Thor Love and Thunder, movie reviews in under 3 minutes. So I watched Thor Ragnarok before watching this one because that movie is my favorite Thor movie and in my top 5 MCU movies. And I have to say, this one tops Thor Ragnarok. Now, if you liked Ragnarok for Thor, the comedy, Korg, the music, the action, and everything, this movie is that but times 10 and like so much better. I don't know what a lot of people on this app are saying that it's bad or mediocre because that is not the case at all. Like, did you guys even watch the same movie I watched? First, let's talk about the cons because there are a few, and then we can talk about what I loved. First off, the goats were hella annoying. Like, their screaming was super obnoxious. Luckily, they stopped doing it a little bit later in the film, but once we meet them, I was like, please make it stop. Like, it's not funny. When we got Guardians of the Galaxy, I felt like it was really taxed on in the movie. Like, it just felt like all the characters were kind of like thrown in there. Even though I did like the action scene that we got with it, the whole group dynamic just felt kind of off when everybody was talking. And also, Groot's CGI looked really bad for some reason. Valkyrie, I wouldn't really call her King Valkyrie in this. She's more of like a mayor of a town. I mean, that's how she's portrayed in this film, which was kind of lame. Last but not least, Thor is a little bit brain dead in this. I know it's kind of a running joke since Ragnarok to make Thor like, I'm big and mighty and I'm not very smart, but I don't know, it doesn't always work. But luckily it was only a couple times. Now let's talk about everything that was awesome about this movie. First off, the soundtrack is every 80s rocker's dream. I love the soundtrack in this movie. Every song hits and you just really feel the vibes and it really gets you going in this movie. Thor is all kinds of badass in this movie. I really like that we get to see a lot more of his power usage and also like how strong he is. Him lifting stuff and throwing stuff and just fighting in general is super cool to see. Also, I really like the Stormbreaker relationship that he had. I thought it was really goofy. I really love Jane as Mighty Thor in this. I think she did a fantastic job and her action scenes were great. And just any time that she was in the costume was awesome. And I mean, Natalie Portman looks amazing in the armor. Also, I'm really glad that they kept Jane Foster's origin story from the Mighty Thor comic book. Valkyrie was pretty cool from what we did get of her, and she has some really dope fight scenes. And also, Korg is super funny in this. It's always nice to see him along for the ride, and it was just really great that he was in this movie. Last but not least is Gore, and oh my goodness, did Christian Bale blow this out of the water. Now, I know he doesn't look anything like his comic book counterpart, but besides that, he pulls off one of the best villains in MCU history. Now, not as good as Thanos, but he's probably definitely tied for second place. I think his story was really great. He pulled a lot of depth and emotion from what he had in this movie, and goodness gracious, are there some scenes that are just chilling. You thought Multiverse of Madness was supposed to be a horror movie. There are some scenes in this that are chilling and creepy. Let's talk about the action scenes because there was a lot in this movie. I really enjoyed all their fight scenes that they had. It was really cool to see everybody use their powers. Gore had fun little minions that they got to fight, and every fight scene with Gore was super dope. And the last battle scene with Gore was super awesome and fantastic to watch. The color grading in this and just the overall use of color was really superb in this movie, and I really liked the hints of And I really liked the use of color on Gore's eyes. I thought that was done really well, and it added a really creepy factor to his character. We get to see 2 new characters in this movie, one during the film near the end, and also one during the post-credit scenes. I'm not going to say who, but it was really awesome to see these characters. But I am thoroughly happy with what I got, and I really enjoyed this movie. So this is why I give Thor Love and Thunder an 8.5 out of 10. If you guys like this review, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.